Aloha Kumu. Thank you for this opportunity for the extracurricular work. I've decided to do a vlog instead of an essay. Thought I kind of change it up a little bit. So I'll be sharing a couple of my perception and experience in regards to thriving. And again, mahalo for also Dr. Williamson's lecture. It was very informative and quite interesting of what she did share. So the first question was the growth mindset versus the fixed mindset, as I was reading, and through experience, and I've done both. As you can see, I'm not a seasoned college student. I've been in school 10 years apart. So right out of high school, I went right into the airline industry and decided to travel and enjoy my single life. And I took a break from school, and 10 years went by. Didn't realize how amazing of a time I was having in traveling. I went back to school for my AA, took a break because I had a primary job as being a mom for another 10 years, and decided as soon as my daughter graduated from high school, I was going to go back into the field and get my personal goal to myself and my bachelor's degree. So here I am, almost 4 classes away, and I'll be graduating. So I'm super excited that I can see the end of that journey. So in experiencing the growth mindset, it provides me so much opportunities. As I said, I did experience the fixed mindset. I've experienced that there were a lot of limitations versus the growth mindset. Whenever I was in the fixed mindset, I made already a decision before I even went through the process or went through the journey. So I'm not sure if anybody shared the word fear. The acronym is fear is false evidence appearing real. So pretty much we're all speculating in our mind of what may happen or what's gonna happen, but never happens. And that's really a fixed mindset because me and I'm sure many others have set something in their mind, the worst case scenario, and have limited themselves of taking that next step or that risk of opportunity. So personally, for academic wise, I could have been taking the 10-year break and tell myself, and I've tried that. I said to myself, I'm too old. There's going to be way too many younger people in the class. There's no way that I'll be able to catch up or be at that mindset. And that's really all lies, right? Because having the younger generation and older generation and sharing and collaborating experiences and ideas, I think makes a very powerful group of people of gathering. The second one is limiting beliefs. I think I've learned to be very mindful and wise on my circle. I've been in a circle where there's a lot of negativity or even limitations where your circle is like, no, there's no way that I can do that, or maybe that circle was always someone who puts people down because they themselves are walking in hurt or regret or rejection or whatever that may be. That can affect your journey as well. So I've come to learn that when I have a circle of friends who encourage, who are risk takers, who will be there even when you fail and fall and will continue to encourage you some more. That's really huge, and that's what I've experienced in my walk and journey um, in limiting my beliefs. I also limit movies or shows that will limit my thinking or not allowing me to exceed because there's a lot of a lot of research on that, right? The movies that you watch, the things that you see on the shows, you're eventually gonna think of that in real life. um, so if you're not careful, that can be a pattern of your thinking and even the trajectory of your life. So I've learned to limit that. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm gonna be a police or judgmental against people who are doing it, but for me personally, I just I know my limitations, I know my boundaries, so I need to limit what I watch, because that can unfold into my real life walk. I read a lot of inspiring books, leadership books, people who's um, go-getters, hard workers, failed many times, and also shared what they did in the beginning was never easy. It was always hard work and how they got to that success. So I read a lot of that, knowing that, understanding what they went through requires hard work, tenacity, perseverance, um, um, and just a spirit of just working it through, no matter if it's a high or a low. Um, and then making that inner promise, and that's another personal thing that I did for myself, is making an inner promise to myself is when I get to that point where I tell myself, oh no, that's way too hard, or there's no way I'm going to do that, or heck no, I'm not going to, I'm not equipped for that. Excuse me. I make an inner promise to myself saying, I'm going to try and see where that goes. Excuse me. My learning and communication style, there's always, I'm sorry, I'm going to go drink water. I give you teachers and public speakers a lot of credit when you're talking constantly and you know how to control your speaking, even when you get a little bit of hoarse or something in your throat. So kudos to you guys who always continuously have to talk and give lectures all through the day. Learning and communication style, I've learned there's always room for improvement. For me, I have learned that vision is something that I grasp, I catch a lot quicker than reading. Um, I don't know if I think I have insomnia, but every time there's a quiet spot and it's not my best time of the day, so like my best my best time of the day where I'm at best at my footing is in the mornings. In the early mornings, I'm at the best. But if I'm reading like during the lunchtime or after work, I find myself after one page that I'm dozing off, my mind's going elsewhere. So I've found that listening to audio when I'm reading, or looking at visionary PowerPoints by your lectures, by professors' lectures, I'm more engaged to that, and my learning and my comprehension and understanding more towards a reading. So not saying that I don't like to read. I love to read. I really do. I like to read. I wish I had more time in reading, but I found that I get better. I get the best understanding of vision and audio. In communication, I have realized that I need to be intentional of knowing who my audience is. So if, for example, if I'm a supervisor or I'm a leader in a group, certain people are very quiet, you give them direction, they'll do it. They're not talkers. They don't like to talk in a group, but they love to text. Um, they like one-on-one. So I've learned that I need to be more intentional of knowing who my audience and what's the best way that they communicate. And then I'll adapt to that. Emotional intelligence and emotional quotient. Wow, I have not heard that word emotional quotient till Dr. Williamson's lecture, and it's very interesting with the definition of it. It's a measure of one's emotional intelligence. And I never thought of it that way. And it measures cognitive abilities and like logic, reasoning, and problem solving. I'm always was aware of emotional intelligence, and it's something that I still have to work on in my professional environment. That I need to make sure that I'm interpreting things in a professional manner, especially when responding to my emotions when it gets really busy or it's frustrating when you're needing to repeat yourself. I've learned that I need to work on that a lot more. So I was very grateful, really learning and listening to Dr. Williamson when she talked about emotional intelligence and emotional quotient. And success in the college course, I always make sure that I'm looking at the syllabus over and over and over. And prior to the start of the semester, I have a plan, what I'm going to study. It's important because of my work day, my responsibilities around my home, the responsibilities I have with my community and the volunteer work that I do. So I have to set a plan and manage my time and be disciplined to the schedule. I think that was very important from the get-go, from the beginning when I started school, that I found success in that journey. And last is really, I know it gets busy and everybody has something, everybody, not only I'm busy, you're busy, Kumu, and I need to make sure that I'm intentional of honoring everyone's time and everyone's time that they give, right? I know that all what you provide, it just doesn't come it just doesn't come in minutes. Like you take, I see your syllabus, I see the lessons, and you take hours and hours of communicating with the class. So I just want to thank you for that, and it just reminds me to enjoy the journey, especially when you have that new topic in our class where you're encouraging us. So it just reminds me to enjoy the journey. So thank you again. Thank you so much for the extra credit, and thank you for a great semester so far. Have a great day.